you ever lay a hand on my sensei, I'll kill you!
All right, class, settle in. Today's topic is deep, it's thought-provoking, and it's going to make you question everything you thought you knew about Naruto. I'm talking
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
Shadow Clone Jutsu, the iconic technique that Naruto Uzumaki uses to create copies of himself to fight, train, and, let's be real, probably avoid chores. But here's the million Rio question. Is it ethical? That's right. We're diving into the moral and philosophical dilemma of making thousands of sentient copies of yourself to do your bidding. Strap in. First off, what even are shadow clones? Let's quickly recap the jutsu for those of you who have never seen Naruto and are just here to argue in the comments. The shadow clone jutsu creates perfect replicas of the user, and these clones aren't just hollow shells. They have memories, personalities, emotions, the whole 9 yards. Basically, each one is like a mini-you capable of independent thought, and when they poof out of existence, their experiences and knowledge get transmitted back to the original. Now, sounds useful, right? Need to multitask? Boom! Clone. Training for a fight? Shadow clones got your back. Don't feel like cleaning your room? Send a clone to do it while you slurp down some ramen. But is that cool? Let's get into the weeds here. Shadow clones have feelings, folks. We've seen them react with fear, pain, and even frustration. If they're just clones, why do they care? Here's the big question. Are they sentient? And if they are, doesn't that mean Naruto's kind of a jerk for sending them in a battle to get smacked around by rogue ninjas? I mean, think about it. You summon a clone. That clone knows it's going to get hit, bruised, maybe even stabbed. And it's not like it has a choice. It's literally bound to follow your orders. It's like having a mini-you, but instead of working together like a team, you're like, hey, you do the dangerous stuff while I chill over here. That's some cold-blooded stuff, but do they suffer? All right, class, here's where it gets spicy. Do clones feel pain? Well, we know they experience the sensation of being hit because we've seen them react to attacks. But when they disappear, does the original Naruto get that pain feedback? Imagine sending 1,000 shadow clones in a battle, and then you suddenly feel all that pain at once. That'd probably make Naruto the most hardcore pain-tolerant ninja in history. But wait, if Naruto doesn't feel the pain, does that mean the clones just suffer in silence? Do they just deal with the trauma of getting wrecked in battle, only to vanish and leave all that pain behind in the ether? If that's the case, then Naruto's pretty much outsourcing his suffering. He's like, sorry buddy, I'm the main character, so I don't have to feel that kunai in the back. You though? That's your problem. Here's where we get into the nitty-gritty. If a clone has its own thoughts and emotions, is it a real person? Like, does it count as a living being with rights? If Naruto's out there popping clones left and right, are we watching some kind of weird mass extinction event every time they disappear? That's, not great for Naruto's karma, right? Think about it like this. If you were a clone, even if you only existed for 10 minutes, wouldn't you want that time to matter? Wouldn't you want to live your best clone life? Maybe take a walk, enjoy some ramen, or even get to hug a loved one before you. Poof, out of existence. But no, clones in the Naruto world have a very specific job, get the job done, and then vanish. And here's the kicker. All their hard work, memories, and pain get zapped right back into the original Naruto. It's like their entire existence is just to make the main guy a little smarter or a little stronger. That's got to be existentially depressing for the clones, right? Does Naruto even care about his clones? And now, the ultimate question. Does Naruto care? I mean, on the one hand, he's a pretty good guy. He's the ultimate shonen protagonist, all about friendship, loyalty, and fighting for what's right. But when it comes to his clones, not so much. They're tools for him, ways to get stronger or solve problems, and when they're not useful anymore, they're gone. It's kind of like when you close a tab in your browser. Did you love that tab? Did you feel anything for it? No. You just closed it and moved on with your life. But here's where Naruto could redeem himself. He's essentially creating a mini-army of himself. Maybe he thinks of them as extensions of his own mind, like his thoughts materialized in a physical form. In that sense, it's not that bad. Or is it? It's still murky. Would you use Shadow Clone Jutsu? Let's get real for a second. If you had Shadow Clone Jutsu, would you use it? Let's be honest here, class, you absolutely would. Imagine sending a clone to sit through a boring meeting, do your laundry, or best of all, take your exams while you binge watch anime. Sounds like a dream, right? But now that we've gone over all the ethical baggage, do the clones suffer? Are they sentient? Are you just playing God with many versions of yourself? Does that change your mind? Or are you still ready to outsource your life to a bunch of temporary clones? So, where does this leave us? Is Naruto a bad guy for creating and essentially discarding sentient beings for his own gain? Is the shadow clone Jutsu just another tool, like a hammer or a really complex Excel sheet? Or is it something much more morally questionable? I'm not saying Naruto's a villain, but maybe, just maybe, he needs to think a little more deeply about the lives of his clones. Or, at least let them do something fun every once in a while before they go poof. All right, and that's your ethical debate for the day. Class dismissed. Tell me in the comments. Would you use the shadow clone jutsu? Knowing what we've discussed? Is it ethical? Or does it cross the line into clone exploitation? Let's get a heated debate going. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more hot takes on your favorite anime topics. And remember, whether you're real or just a clone, keep questioning everything. Stay curious, stay respectful, and always stay weird.